Hey everybody, welcome back to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and is sadly doing the last video here from Costa Rica. That's right, a couple more days, I will be heading back. Actually, this one's recorded a little early in the future because, well, in the past, future, I guess is one of those, because I'm actually in Peru right now doing a little mini vacation for Valentine's Day. So doing Machu Picchu, Cusco, and I think maybe a touch of Lima. I don't know. I'll let you guys know next week how it all goes, because that's where I'm at right now. Should be hiking. I should be done with hiking, actually. So anyway, welcome back to the show. And as always, thank you so much for hanging out here. Before we get any further, I want to let you guys know, if it's your first time here or maybe second or third, how the show works. It's very simple. This thing is powered by you guys. Your questions go in the comment section below. Your favorites are voted up, and then they show up on the next week. I also dig through all the comments every single week. I read every single one for the next week and pick the best out. So it doesn't have to be always the voted one up. It will also be some that are buried deep, little hidden gems. A couple more things real quick. First off, that Elite Force contest is still going. I know last week you guys had a few little issues with the clicky clicks. That has all been resolved, so you're still good. It's still running. Don't worry, fear not. It is still going for 3 more weeks, so we'll have a total of 4 winners. One's already been drawn, and I should get you that name. Also, before we jump into questions here for the next segment, I did want to say thank you for your feedback for the shirts. If you guys remember last week, I put on one of the new prototype shirts I have, and with all the positive feedback, it is going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen, and stay tuned. I might even have some good news for you next week. We will see. But anyway, enough of me bragging about crazy things going on and cool shirts. Let's get to what you're really here for, if I can get my mouth working today, and that's your questions in the Palco mail call. Our Tactical Rights DAS M4A1 limited edition follow-up video, question mark ×6. Yes, short answer on this one. I've put most of it together. I actually got it together. I've been doing some testing. I will have the video up probably mid-February. Actually, be one of the first ones I put up when I return from this trip in Costa Rica. So it should be following very closely on the heels of next week's Monday's video. I will have that full video for you. The tests have been interesting, and I've been sleeping on it, letting it marinate while I'm down here, and it's gonna be a creative or a little different than normal review video. Just stay tuned. No mentality, all right. Hey John, I'm setting up my loadout and got into the sidearm and wanted your opinion, CO2 or green gas? The eternal question, just like HPA or AEG on the big gun side. So the sidearms, for me, if you would have asked me this question 3 years ago, maybe, I would have said emphatically stick with the green gas. It is going to be hands down your best solution. I don't know where you live, I don't know what the climate is and all that, but this is a really simple one for me. I would say now look hard at the CO2 options out there. There are so many good ones on the market currently that it's really tough to pass them by, especially in the blowback. I mean, the PO9, CCPO9 by SG, the Elite Force 1911 TAC that continues to evolve with revisions. I mean, there's constant updates on that pistol. There are tons of them. In fact, the new Hater revolver, if you want to go budget-minded, 65 bucks, and you get like 5 10-round magazines with it. Incredible deal. There's CO2 guns popping up everywhere. I think a lot of companies have taken the technology from the air rifle and the air pistol industry, so like the 177 caliber BB gun world, or if you guys are in Europe, the 4.5 millimeter stuff, and have ported that over. And I think that's what we're seeing. Even the CZ75, it just, there's so many good things. And I think you're seeing the best CO2 innovations come from companies like ASG and Elite Force / Umarex that are used to creating air pistols and have taken that air pistol technology and moved it over to airsoft. So that's kind of my advice. Now, there are a lot of guns you can only get if you like a certain licensed style gun, things like that. There's a lot of them out there that are only green gas. Don't think that because I'm saying CO2 is so great that green gas sucks. It doesn't. I still love green gas. I have a ton of green gas guns. In fact, my favorite one, it's kind of pricey, is the HK45 when it comes to green gas. I've also got Marie Glocks and all kinds of stuff. So kind of look around and find what you like, but don't be afraid of that CO2. It is really pretty solid now that it's 2017, and it's really coming to its own. Caleb Blasting Game writes, hey Jonathan, what's your opinion on the new monthly payment partnership between Airsoft GI and Affirm? In my opinion, I think it's an easier way for younger or more budget-minded players to get the gun that they want that's in the $400 to $500 range for a long time. So yeah, if you guys don't know this, and I do mea culpa here, GI does sponsor a fair share of the videos here on the channel, but this is in no way sponsored by them or a promotion for them as a brand in this video, is I do like it. Firm, actually, my wife's company, Shiv, if you guys don't know, Mrs. Airsoftology works for an invisible liner company. They make invisible liners to straighten your teeth, and they use Affirm as their payment. So it's a very reputable company in the industry. Affirm's actually one of the largest and more reputable monthly payment. If you guys don't know what this is, it allows you to go in and let's say you had your eyes set on a $500 gun or $400 gun. Let's say you want the ASG Evo Scorpion, right? And you want it really bad, but it's $400. That's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, that's a ton of money. And you're going, well, man, I don't still have $400. Well, you can set up a payment plan and maybe pay 38 bucks a month for the next, whatever months until like 12 months or something like that. Of course, there's a little bit of interest built in, so it's kind of like maybe like a rent to own, maybe, but you own it. I mean, it's yours. You're just making monthly payments and not having to go get a credit card. It's kind of like instant approval. It's a really neat way to get a little bit of credit for a purchase that you would like to have without having to go and get a credit card and pay like these insane interest rates and things like that. Again, not a commercial for a firm, not a commercial for any retailer, but I think this is a pretty good way. I mean, Airsoft, if you want to buy good, can be expensive. It can be a little on the pricey end. If you're looking at products made by, let's say, VFC, like the new Avalon, you're looking at Crytax, you're looking at like that Evo I mentioned, things in that tier, really high-end airsoft guns. The new Vector that'll be coming out here probably in 4 months, 6 months, or 6 weeks, I'm sorry, I'm pushing out too long. That's gonna be $500, $499. So yeah, that's out of the reach for a lot of us. I mean, that's couple car payments for most people. So yeah, that's big money. So having an option like this is good. I'd like to see more retailers maybe have this option. I don't know what it costs them to offer it or things like that. It's beyond my world of that, but I think it will allow players to maybe make that step up to get something nicer that they've been wanting for so long and haven't been able to afford. So for me, I think it's good. Again, but like anything, remember to use credit wisely. I don't want to get into my soapbox and all that. I mean, be smart. Don't go, well, I can only afford $20 a payment, but heck with it, I'm going to get this. It's $40 and we'll figure it out later. Don't do that. Make sure it's something the payment and you can budget for and make it work. I mean, not to lecture you guys, but yeah, I think otherwise it's a pretty darn good option for players who are a little more budget minded. Mr. Elbell writes, hey Jonathan, what's the purpose of a fluted barrel? Anything other than looks? Pretty sure you got an Eagle or pretty sure you got a Scout uniform in there. Congratulations. If you guys don't know, I'm an Eagle Scout, or I don't know. Do you still hang on to that? I guess I'm always, once an Eagle Scout, always an Eagle Scout. Yeah, but anyway, fun fact. Anyway, on the fluted barrel, so for Airsoft, and really for the real steel, it comes down to weight. So, and if you guys don't know fluting, it's like taking, imagine the big long tube. If you've seen it, for example, I think this probably came from the Novrich video. We talked about the Novrich sniper rifle last week and my thoughts, the initial thoughts on it before I've done my review. And it has spiral fluting. So what it is they've taken and just made these cool little grooves that kind of spiral around the outside of the barrel and takes off the material. Or I've seen them where they're straight, and that's barrel fluting. So you're actually adding this material, you're removing material from the outer barrel, or in Airsoft, or just regular barrel in real guns. It is for weight reduction, really, and it doesn't really affect the structural integrity of it because you're taking it and the way they're designed and the way it's done, it's not actually messing with the ability for that piece to hold its strength, because you're not removing all the material and shrinking all the way down. You're keeping like little ridges as it goes around, spiraling, like I said, or straight. It is in Airsoft, again, for cosmetics and for weight reduction, and it can kind of help a little bit. I mean, because every little bit does help when you're, especially sniper rifle, and you're having to hold that in your arm for like all day long and trying to sight in to find a bad guy to get that perfect headshot. A little weight reduction would help out a bunch, especially since his rifle is a little bit heavier than a Maruvi SR10, which is kind of the go-to sniper rifle in the industry. And I don't know, I've got the new Classic Army M24, what's it called? CTF? I forget the acronym at the end of it, but it's the new lighter weight one. I'm curious to see how it weighs compared to it. But anyway, that's it. Kind of a quick rundown of why you would do fluting. It's pretty much the cool factor, but also weight reduction as well. All right, guys, that is it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. This one comes from, I really enjoy this channel. It's Nicole Nicole R. I don't know if it's AR or R. Nicole, I'm so sorry. It's Nicole R. I always hear in your videos they say Nicole R, but it's AR. It's the Airsoft girl. She's from Chile, and she's putting up gameplay videos. Actually, very good player too. Out there, getting kills, doing better than I could, that is for darn sure, and really entertaining videos. Also, most of her videos are actually, her newer ones are in English. She started to do English voiceovers in those videos. And in fact, especially this one right here, which is the first anniversary game from Nicole. And I enjoy it. So for me being English speaking, it's nice. I do speak a little Spanish, just a little bit. I can understand more than I can talk, so I can kind of grasp about 25 or 30% of her videos when she does talk in Spanish. She also does reviews on her channel. So I've got a warm place in my heart for people to do a little bit of gameplay and especially reviews, because that's kind of like what I do. And if you guys have not checked her out, I know her subscriber base isn't that big. She's starting to grow, she's growing quickly. And maybe we can help her out there. If you guys go over, check out her channel, watch it, see if you like it. And if you do, mash the little subscribe button. And you know what? Let her know that I sent you over there to check it all out. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you, as always, for hanging out here and being so cool. And also, guys, thank you for checking out the web store. I have the patches up there. The corgis are like, you guys are just buying the crud out of the corgis. We're getting pretty thin on those. I told you that last week. And of course, your other favorites to call your hits, just like the shirt I had on last week. I get a bunch of other patches, logo patches out there. It really supports the show. Also, don't forget, questions down below in the comments for next week. And don't forget to enter that hater giveaway. I want you guys to win. There's one hater revolver every single week you can win. I mean, that's a lot of guns. That's 4 different guns for the next 4 weeks or 3 more weeks. So guys, as always, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. But until then, go out, play some Airsoft, have some fun, go watch Airsoft channels from Chile. But no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.